We're going to talk now with Marty Parish. He is the head coach of the men's basketball team. Marty,
yes,
thanks for joining us today.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for coming out.
Absolutely. We want to talk about the guys. So kind of tell us what the year's been like so far.
So far, honestly, it's been fairly typical. We're right at about 500 right now. You know, win some, lose some. The whole point here is just the learning process in between and trying to help build these guys up on and off the court. Our goal is just to kind of bridge the gap from high school to hopefully a 4-year degree for them. You know, so there's a big learning curve. We've got a lot of freshmen. We've got a lot of kids. It's their first year in college. And so, you know, they're kind of getting used to those dynamics and the stresses of doing your homework and going to class and managing your social life and then basketball on top of that. So, you know, I think I'm happy where we are right now. I think we're learning and we're developing and maturing and that kind of thing. So looking forward to the second semester.
So what are some of the things that you do have to work on with a team like this?
The biggest thing for guys like this is going to be time management. Not all of them, but a majority of the kids that come through here slipped up at some point in time in high school as far as their academics go. So our main focus here is to kind of get them acclimated to the process, the time that each class is going to kind of demand from you outside of the classroom. You know, it's not like high school. You don't necessarily have an assignment due to help keep your grade up. You know, a lot of these things are more long-term. So to teach them what and how to do with their time, how to split it up and divide it and, you know, prioritize things so that they don't make the same mistake that they made in high school, you know, to have them ineligible to attend a 4-year school right away. So.
Right. So talk about just the fundamentals of basketball and what you're seeing with this particular team. What kind of challenges are you facing?
Well, I will say this. I don't think it's a challenge of this particular team. I'm probably going to sound older than I am when I say this, but it's honestly a generational thing for me. I see a real big gap in the fundamentals as opposed to where they were maybe 20 years ago. Kids are a lot more athletic nowadays. They're running faster, jumping higher. So sometimes it lends to the ability to just kind of run up and down and play and not put so much emphasis on the fundamentals in high school. So once they get here, you know, in college, everybody is big, fast, and strong. So you have to do things to kind of separate them and give them the ability to play on another level. And that's where the fundamentals come in. And you know, Coach Robinson, Coach Lynn, and myself, we're really sticklers for that kind of thing, and that's what we push more than anything else. So
it's just doing the fundamentals,
right,
developing plays, and not just running up and down shooting.
That's it, because we figure if we can give them a good base of everything, then it won't limit them in terms of where they can go. If we only play one style or we only teach certain things, then they're kind of stuck in that mold in terms of their future and any potential schools that may be interested in them. But if we can give them a little bit of everything, you know, it just kind of it keeps them well-rounded and, like I said, enables them to go, you know, have more options once they leave here.
Right. So tell me a little bit about your team this year, like where they're from and some of those kinds of things.
Well, we've got quite a few local guys. We've got Western Alamance, we've got a few Reedsville kids, we've got a young man from Rockingham High School, but I mean we also do get some guys from out of the area. We actually have a young man that's here from Alaska this year. He was at a prep school in Oklahoma City and just ended up basically changing sides of the country to come over here and be with us, and I just think that's really cool, and it just gives us an opportunity to be in the lives of people coming from different backgrounds with different families and different situations, and it's a lot of fun. Like I said, we are really young, so the guys are kind of learning and getting their hands on things together, and you know, going forward, I think it's going to be a really positive group. They've, you know, haven't had any issues so far, and you know, looking forward to what the future holds. And
we're back talking to Malcolm Broadnax. He was the man who made our dunk on that alley-oop. Way to go, buddy.
Thank you.
I think that's the fun part of basketball, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty fun to dunk.
So tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from?
Okay, I'm from around here. I'm from Reesville, and I was born in Annie Benn Hospital.
All right, so you are a local boy.
Yes, ma'am.
That's wonderful. How do you juggle trying to take those classes, because you have to take a full load, studying and basketball practice, all that kind of stuff? How do you handle that?
Well, a lot of sleep, try to, and really, it's not as hard as most people make it seem, but you do have to work at it with between workouts and practice and classes and all that. It gets a little overwhelming sometimes, but I mean, if you really want to do it, you make do.
Just kind of talk about the team and how y'all get along, those kind of things.
Oh, well, these guys are a lot. I got Damian Broadnax is my cousin, and it's really, they're like family. They're just a bunch of goofballs most of the time. But when we get in the game and the flow starts going, we all come together pretty well. And like earlier, we was in the locker room clowning and saying all kinds of stuff, and it's a pretty good family we got going on over here. It's more like a family than a team.
Why is basketball important to you?
I mean, I have to say, because I've played it since I was around 5 or 6 years old, and I still have a little picture at home, me holding a little Hornets ball. So, and my dad always tried to get it into me, and he seen that I was pretty good, so I just wanted to pursue that, and it's got me this far. So I figured, why not pursue it even further? So
do you have dreams of playing at other levels, or kind of tell me about your basketball dreams?
Yeah, I do have dreams of playing at other levels. I'd like to play in the NBA, but I mean, I don't know if all that's going to work out the way I always plan. You know, when you're a little kid and you're like, I want to be like Michael Jordan. Well, I'm not really like him yet. So. I'd like to go and play at another 4-year school and, you know, just be a part of another team and try to get a family started there. That's about it.
What do you think are some of the things that you learn in basketball that you can apply to other things in life?
People skills, definitely, because sometimes you get recruits in, like it can be in the middle of the season that they play the next semester, or it could be people you just met at the beginning, like during open gym. It's like you gotta be able to cope with those different personalities. Like if somebody is real quiet and somebody likes to talk a lot, you got to be able to cope with them. And if somebody doesn't really like each other, you got to, you know, sometimes play the peacemaker.
So how do you do that? How do you manage that?
Probably just being calm with them and not really trying to force anything on them, like, yo, you need to do this or you need to do that. Kind of just talk to them like man to man. Like just let them know what the program's about and everything, and just see what they're trying to do. If they're here for the right reasons, then just help them through that. If they're not, then that's a whole nother story in itself.
Okay. Well, tell me about your experience at RCC. What's RCC been like for you?
It's been pretty good. Like sometimes it's hard with the whole meal situation because it's not, you don't get free meals every day. You got to pay for it. But the campus is fun. The people are fun, and the coaches are pretty fun too. They get on me, but they're pretty fun.
And how have you done in school?
I've been doing pretty good. I can always do better, but I've been doing pretty good.
This is Travis Williamson. He is a sophomore here at RCC. And Travis, you and I were just talking. You're not fresh out of high school.
Right.
Tell us a little about your journey to get here to RCC.
My journey came, I went off to college and didn't like the school, came back, and I started working a lot. And it was just something that I didn't want to do. And I met a guy that knew our head coach now, Marty Parish. So he kind of let me just work out with him over the summer and stuff, and asked if I played any college basketball. And I told him I never have. So I actually got the opportunity to get in school and play for 2 years.
So what are you working on as far as your college education goes?
Exercise science right now.
And that's not easy.
No.
Tell us a little bit about what that involves, what kind of classes you're having to take.
I'm having to take a lot of science classes. It's the basics, biology, anatomy, and chemistry and stuff, to learn a whole lot about the body and the muscles and what the muscles do and like what muscles help each other, basically.
So what do you want to do with a degree in that?
I would like to really coach, if possible, and I would like to be like a physical therapy to kind of help like injured athletes get back on the court, basically.
That's excellent. So tell me about your learning curve. If you hadn't played basketball in college, what was it like coming back?
It was different because I was a little older than a couple people, so my mindset and their mindset was real different because they was kind of joking around and stuff, but since I've been out in the real world before, I kind of knew what it was like.
Take it a little bit more seriously.
Yeah.
And so what kind of things have you had to do personally to get yourself back to be ready to play a game?
A lot of running, basically, because I was a lot out of shape than I thought. So I did a lot of running. We worked in the gym a lot. I kind of was on the court getting up shots, just a lot of exercise, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, it was basically a mindset if I could do it or not.
So what's it been like working with this team?
It was pretty good. It's different because I can kind of help out with them since I've been in it for a year, and then this is my second year. I kind of look as like a bigger brother to most of them, so I can kind of give them the ins and outs on what to expect and what to look forward to.
So tell me a little bit about your experience here at RCC. What's it been like for you?
It's kind of small, and so it's kind of different. But I mean, you get more attention with teachers or directors and everything. I mean, you have more people to help you out and give you some more one-on-one time than in a university. So I mean, I think it's pretty good, but it's like a stepping stone to wherever you want to get.
All the way from Anchorage, Alaska, we have Morgan Harris.
Yes.
Morgan, what in the world got you to Rockingham County, North Carolina from Alaska?
Attended a preparatory school in Oklahoma City. We got recruited by Coach Parish. Came down not too long ago before school started, sometime in August. Got situated, and I've been here ever since.
So what was attractive to you about coming here?
Really, I just came off just because of Coach Parish. We had talked on the phone a lot, so he made me become interested in coming to North Carolina, well, Rockingham County. So I came. It's all right here. It's different from Alaska, but it's pretty fun.
It's pretty fun?
Yeah.
Not a lot of snow compared to Alaska,
snow.
right?
The weather's different, kind of iffy around here too.
Yeah.
So, but it's a lot different than Alaska.
So kind of tell us a little bit about your basketball dreams.
Really, I just want to be able to get paid playing basketball one day. If not, that's why I'm here for my education too. I always had the option, but I'm really trying to dedicate myself to basketball and become a professional.
Excellent. Yeah. So what are some of the things that you have to do personally to get yourself ready in that kind of shape? And
just working hard every day, staying in the weight room, staying on the court, staying in my books too, because I can't get through without school. So just making sure I stay on top of everything on the outside, not getting in any trouble, and just continue to work hard every day.
And what's it been like for you here? What are you learning here at RCC? What's the experience been like?
The experience is different. It's not a really big campus. I've seen I've been around to a lot of different campuses, but I like it. Classroom's pretty small. I get a lot of one-on-one time with my teachers. They help me a lot, and it's just a good environment to be in. Everybody's pretty positive. You can always go get help. I like it.
And how's your family coping with you being so far
yeah, that's
away?
the thing. Since the holidays just passed, it was kind of emotional. Like, my mom called me, my dad called me. It was like hard not being with them this Christmas and New Year's and stuff like that. My little sister and my brothers and my nieces and nephews. But I'll see them soon, because at least I know them doing something positive.
What do you think are some of the biggest challenges you guys face as a team?
We kind of lack in size. And a lot of other teams are a lot bigger than us in our conference, but that's really no excuse, because we need to hit the boards a lot harder, because we don't rebound very well, and we just get a lot more space in the court and get more active on the offensive side. We have a lot of good people that got a lot of good personalities. We don't got a lot of hot heads, but at times we get careless and lazy, but we just have to continue to work hard every day and stay in the gym, because we can be really good.
And that's it for this week's edition of RCC Connections. Thanks for watching.